Hi. So a few months ago I was having a conversation with my eldest son, and there was something about terrorism on the news, and he got a little bit worried about it and he wanted to know a bit more about it and how big a threat it was to him personally, really. And I kind of said to him, look son, there's things that you need to worry about way more than terrorism. I said, for example, the road, the road's the thing that's much more likely to kill you than terrorism. And he said, is it? Is the road the thing that's the biggest threat to me? And I said, yeah. And then I said, no, it's not actually, son, there's something else. And he said, what is it then, Dad? What's the thing that's most likely to kill me? And I said, I'm really sorry to tell you this, son, but the thing most likely to kill you, statistically, is you. And he looked at me like I was gone out. He was like, what? Huh? And I said, yeah, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but statistically, you are more likely to kill you than anything else, because you're a young boy growing into a young man. And I know you've heard this before, that suicide is the biggest killer of young men in this country, but how have we ended up here? Well, we've ended up here because we've been sold, and I'm a man myself, and I've been sold a nonsense version of masculinity. I've been sold some version that tells me I have to be strong, that I don't cry, that I've got to hold the power, that I've got to know stuff, that I've got to know what I'm doing, that I've always got to feel okay, that vulnerability is weakness. What a load of nonsense. And we see this everywhere, even in these videos that I put out. I've had 3 conversations with 3 different men in the last few months who've all told me that they really like these vlogs and they get a lot from them. But never once has any of them publicly liked or shared one of these videos. And I think there's something in that they couldn't be seen to be liking these types of vids, because that's not a manly thing to do. That actually, if they were seen to like these, they might somehow be declaring themselves of in need or vulnerable in some way. It's so sad that we've raised men to believe this. Because for me, real strength is found in vulnerability. And vulnerability and strength go absolutely hand in hand. And I know there's loads of campaigns out there saying, like, it's good to talk, and it's okay to talk, and it's okay to not be okay, and I'm here for you if you need me, and you can come talk to me, and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, and guys, that's great for your mates, right? Keep throwing that message out there. But the best thing you can do for your mates is to have proper, vulnerable conversations. Make yourself vulnerable. Talk to your mates about what really bothers you, what you really struggle with, how you really feel, because in doing that, you are going to give them permission to talk to you back. That's what happens. So long as we're standing around as men saying, yeah, you can come talk to me anytime you want, but actually none of us are doing the talking bit, we're going to find ourselves still in this situation. And I don't want my son to have conversations with his son telling him that he's the biggest risk to his own life. Because I want this to end. And I want men, you, the men that are watching this, to be vulnerable. To actually talk to your wives and your partners and your friends about how it really feels to be you. And let that vulnerability be your new strength. Because that's where it's found. And this is how we need to help the men in our society, men, is by being vulnerable ourselves and talking about what's not okay for us, about talking about how we're feeling. That I'm here for you and I'll listen to you, it's dead important. But it actually starts by being vulnerable, about not always being strong, about not always having the power, about not always knowing what we're doing and not always feeling great. Be vulnerable. Go and do it as much as you possibly can. We've got a whole generation of men who need us to do this. Take care of yourselves. See you soon.